Welcome back to the channel. It is official. The city rolls out a new PSA about nuclear war. Which city is that? New York City. Welcome back, Kevin, SHTF Prep 2022, getting straightforward to the news, to what matters most to help you guys stay prepared for SHTF. The warning issued is in relation to nuclear war, or the possible threat of nuclear war. This is a little bit concerning because for them to issue this public service announcement, or this PSA, means that there is a likelihood of a possible threat, probably far greater than we know and probably much greater than we'll ever be told. However, unfortunately, the information provided was pretty lackluster at best. It left much to be desired. Number one, get inside fast. Get into a building. Move away from windows. Number two, stay inside. Shut doors and windows. Go to the middle of the building. Get clean immediately. Remove clothing and shower with soap or shampoo. And number three, stay tuned. Follow media. Sign up for Notify NYC. Officials will send wireless emergency alerts, WEAs, and just stay put. So to me, like I said, this is a little bit concerning that they brought this information out and issued this PSA. Now, number one, what do I think about this? I think that no matter what, we all need to be prepared no matter what. Is this going to happen? I don't know. However, with New York issuing this information, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, if you had to choose a city in which this would occur, New York would be high on my list for obvious reasons. Everybody knows that. And, behind New York, we're looking at DC. And then after that, honestly, it could be anybody's guess. More than likely, I would imagine it's going to be somewhere located with a high military presence to take them out, possibly somewhere that has the likelihood of a catastrophic fallout as a result. So you kind of get more bang for your buck, or something that would seriously affect our food and water supply. So that's just my best guess. Hopefully it never happens. But at the end of the day, like I said, they're bringing this information to us for a particular reason. So with that being said, stay tuned to media. Well, you got to be careful which channel you're going to tune into there, because obviously not all media is created equal. I know a lot of you have mentioned that you prefer that I bring you the news and bring it to you quickly and accurately to help you better prepare. So that's what I'm going to try to continue to do for you. If you would, comment below. Let me know what topics and subjects you'd like me to cover more of faster so I can get to it. I know that I've been receiving emails, and one in particular from a Vietnam veteran, and thank you for your service, a retired F-16 pilot. And I'm sure that he did not think that we would be in this position that we are in today when he was putting his life on the line for this great country. However, here we are. And fortunately, we have survived to this point, and I really hope and anticipate that we will survive beyond this. Now, his question to me via email was, he's got some money. According to him, he's got a few pennies. And I'm sure he's got a few more than that, but either way, a few pennies. He would like to invest. Any recommendations? Well, like I told you guys before, a lot of the emails I get, I'm trying to filter through them, and I may not reply directly to the email. I may just make a video about it so that everyone can benefit from the response. That's what I'm going to do here. Unfortunately, I don't have the answer for you right now because the question is a little bit broad. So I'm going to ask you all, if you have a few pennies to invest, where should you invest it? This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but the question I have to ask, the follow-up question I have to ask is, what is your goal? What is your goal for the investment? Is it for immediate access? Is it for long-term wealth? Is it for retirement? Is it for your kids' college education? Is it for, what is your ultimate goal? What would you like to achieve with the investment? From there, we can then develop and build methods in which you can execute on multiple different strategies to achieve these goals. So thank you for the question. I really do appreciate it, and I really want to answer that and get the information out to as many people as possible, but help me get you a better answer. So just real quick, comment below if you're looking to invest, what is your primary goal for the investments? Is it for immediate wealth, immediate payback, immediate ROI, immediate return on investment? Sorry guys if I hit you with acronyms and you don't know what they are. I'm going to try my best to expand on these acronyms so that you know ROI, return on investment. Is it something like real estate, where you want to get into a inexpensive property or catch a deal on a coming foreclosure, or somebody just looking to get out of their property quickly because they can't afford it, and be able to use that as a rental property for pretty much monthly passive income, gaining equity? Or something somewhat of a distressed property that needs some work and a little bit of elbow grease and some sweat equity put into it to increase its value, put it back on the market, flip it, and make a quick buck. With that being said, if you guys aren't aware of how the housing market and real estate market, flipping market works, we need to talk about that, because there is a window of opportunity there, where if you own this property and you sell it within this time frame, under 2 years of ownership, as your primary residence, that then you would then be responsible for a capital gains tax, which will eat into your profits. Although this capital gains tax can be avoided and redirected and kind of kick the can down the road, so to speak. But these are things that we need to talk about. If you guys aren't fully aware and want to know more, just comment below, let me know, and I can add that to the list to get to you guys relatively quickly. However, what's most important right now is I have a lot of news and important updates to bring you guys to help keep us all prepared, keep the community, keep the family prepared for SHTF that's coming. And I'm going to try to get it to you as quickly as I can. We got some new developments regarding Russia and the threat that they're posing to scientists in the Arctic in their research. However, at the same time, these scientists doing the work that they're doing in the Arctic is really a big Biden push for his global climate change agenda. So we got to touch on that. We're going to get into more about now being the right time to invest, and should you invest, and what should you invest in, and is crypto a safe investment? That's a touchy subject. That's a flip of the coin there a little bit, but we're going to talk about that. And then also another email came through that asked, he said he's a young man and he's a truck driver, which I find very interesting, and I want to talk to him a little bit more about truck driving and the truck driving industry and what he's seeing so far, and the different load rates that he's receiving in the higher fuel costs, et cetera, that is taking a toll on transportation and inflation in general. And truck drivers, he's relatively new. He's recently just got into it, but he said he's got about 3 months of a reserve built up where he could pretty much not work for 3 months and still be fine, which is great. I love to hear. I hope that everyone is preparing and stockpiling, because the stockpile should not be just about food at all. It should not just be, I would assume and say, hey, look, if you got 3 to 6 months of a stockpile in your pantry of food to get by, water and necessities to get by, that's great. But at the same time, do you have the same stockpile in liquid assets, cash primarily, not credit cards? You can't rely on those in an emergency. You really can't. And not, do you have 3 to 6 months of a cash reserve, 3 to 6 months to cover all expenses? Do you have a 3 to 6 months safety net stashed away, much like you have 3 to 6 months of food in your pantry stockpile for when shit hits the fan? Because if you don't, we need to have another discussion. We really do. But he asked, hey, what can I do to try? And he says he's not making a lot, but he's doing really well. The truck driver in the email, he says he's doing really well in saving the money and building up this reserve, but he's also asking for ways to try to increase how much he can make in different ideas and different passive income strategies and side hustle strategies. So we're going to expand on that. If this interests you, drop a comment below, let me know. Somebody commented on the last video, or maybe the one before it, that, you need to, now is the time to jump into a passive income producing stream, or something that can produce a stream of passive income and stay consistent. I just want to be clear with you guys that I'm going to shoot it to you straight, okay? I'm not going to give you the BS that I've seen other channels do. I'm just not going to do it. I'm just going to tell you guys how it really is. And that's what my about section is. My about section on the channel says, just keeping it real. So I'm just going to keep it real with you guys. Passive income is, I don't think you can jump into a passive income stream. I think you need to work hard to develop and grow something that can become a passive income stream. Now, with that being said, we've been traveling around the country in a Class B van. We've been living the van life, a little bit of a nomad, a little bit of a glamour nomad approach as we travel the country. A little bit of stealth camping, a little bit of backcountry, a little bit of Bureau of Land Management spots and KOAs and harvest hosts, and some stealth camping in the city and things like that, depending on where we end up. And with the van and RVs in general, campers, Class A's, Class C's, travel trailers, pop-ups, etc., etc. If you own one, or if you finance one, if you have access to one, and you rent it out, you could possibly jump into a passive income stream there. You go out and you buy a camper, you spend $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 on it, finance it for a few years, got a decent payment, and you put it on a website or app like Outdoorsy, and you'll get, people, it's kind of like an Airbnb or VRBO for a travel trailer or a camper or a van or something like that, fully converted van. And you can put it on there. So in theory, in essence, you could go buy this widget. We're going to call this RV, this camper, a widget. You can go buy this widget, and then you can immediately put it on this website, and then start waiting for it to get booked and ultimately start generating income, passive income, so to speak, that you can kind of sit back from and you don't have to really work hard on. Now, you still got to make sure that the widget, the camper, the travel trailer, the van, whatever RV, giant Class A RV, is operational, is functional, is clean, it doesn't need maintenance or repair. So you still got to work on it. But, after a while, that investment starts to pay for itself and starts to generate some profit, and then maybe you do it again, and now you got this passive income stream built up. But I just want you guys to know that, I watched the Gary Vee conference one time a few years ago, and he asked somebody in the room, he says, "Hey, what do you want? What do you really want?" He goes, "Well, the guy stands up, he says, "I want passive income." Honestly, he looked like a guy, he probably worked in an office somewhere, he had a suit on, a nice gold watch, maybe Rolex or something. And he says, I want passive income. I want to be able to sit on the beach and drink pina coladas or something like that. And Gary Vee looked at him and said, "Dude, you're crazy. That's not how this works." And just to be 100% honest with you, there's side hustles out there that can end up becoming passive income streams that require very, 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 very little work to maintain. But they do require work to get started and get going. But at the end of the day, they're extremely worth it. Trust me. Take my word for it. People ask me in the comments, or they make comments, and they have little sly remarks and certain things about, "Oh, you must be nice, yada, yada, yada," or "What do you do? How much do you make?" All I can say is, like, I'm sharing with you guys information that can get you guys in really great financial positions and have the ability to overcome shit hitting the fan financially, have the ability to stockpile and prep because you have the money available to do so. And all I can say is just take it from me, from experience. That's pretty much all I can say. I'm not going to make videos and show my prep and show everything. It's just not going to happen. All I'm saying is I'm bringing you guys some very, very valuable information, or at least I think it's very valuable information that I wish was available to me when I was building up to where I am now. And, if you guys want to take it, take it. If not, leave it. Doesn't bother me none. But either way, I'm going to share it. And, if you guys like it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications if you haven't already. And again, hit me up in the comments for if you're looking to invest, and what type of investment strategy you're looking for, whether it's, something that's going to turn around pretty quickly, or something you have time for, or perhaps you're nearing retirement and you've seen some catastrophic declines and losses in your portfolio that you need to recoup from. Let's talk about it. And honestly, there's a solution pretty much for everything out there. Now, the solution that I provide to you, it may be a little bit of little work. It may be, seem daunting at first, but honestly, trust me, if you stick with me and hear me out, and kind of put your fears aside and realize that, look, either you do it and we're going to succeed, or you don't do it and you're going to continue down the path that you're on that is probably doomed and heading towards failure. You have to take the pick, your choice, and figure out what's most important to you. But I can guarantee you this, that everyone that I've worked with before, primarily friends and family in the past, will tell you today that looking back on it, it was not as bad as they thought it was going to be, and they're so happy that they did what they did when they did, so that they're in the positions that they are in today to survive, to be able to be prepared and prepped and ready to go for a $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 emergency of a pipe burst in their house, or a leaky roof, or a broken refrigerator, or a flat tire, or anything can happen. So we're going to get to that. You guys keep the emails coming. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to try to bring you guys some more quick, fast, and to the point, informative videos to help you stay prepared and ready and knowledgeable and educated as best as possible for whatever SHTF may be. And at the same time, if there's more you want me to cover, just let me know, and I'll do my best to add it to the loop. I do appreciate it. You guys stay safe. See you real soon. Bye.